Today, gruesome photos of the teens killed by their own mom are shown to that jury by the prosecution. And you have to believe that the impact those photos had on the jurors was both powerful and compelling. This is the work of Julie Schenecker. She murdered her own children. About that, there is no doubt. But what the defense wishes to place in doubt is her state of mind. Look at her history of mental health. Look at her depression. Look at the litany of pills she was taking, including antidepressant medication. So, were these acts of murder rational and deliberate, or was she legally insane at the time she killed her own kids? Did she know and understand right from wrong? The prosecution says yes. The defense says no. In the end, the jury will decide.
She raises the gun up. Bam! Shoots her in the back of the head. Defendant then shoots her in her mouth. Bam! The sassy mouth, as the defendant called it. The two children are dead at the hands of their own mother.
We're going to try to explain to you how something like this could happen. Why a mother would shoot her children. And in order to do that, you have to go back to the beginning.
I did all my duties, then went to buy a gun. I was planning on a Saturday massacre. Calix, she gets it first. I've offed Bo on the way to practice. He saw the gun and told me to put it back in the purse. He had a healthy fright. I accidentally shot the window. I shot him one extra shot through the side of the head. Then when we got home, a shot to his mouth, because he became so mouthy, just like Calix.
Cops hone in on Mommy lounging by a luxury backyard pool and a bloody housecoat, who calmly explains she shoots her children dead in the mouth because they talked back.
Bo has become sassy since you left, copying Calix's attitude. It kills me now that he's turned on me. He has to come along with us. Parker, I'm sorry, so sorry. I don't know what to say, but I sensed divorce was inevitable, but I can't live alone.
She stated my husband's gonna be so distraught. Bo was in the van. Can I have my gun? Can you call my husband? He's gonna be so pissed off. Did you find Calix? She's upstairs in her bed.
She was pissed off. She didn't like her life. She wanted out. She should have killed herself too. That might have been actually proof that she was ill. But because she didn't, she's on trial and the jury's gonna know it's selfish and evil when you save only your own ass.
You're going to hear about her diagnosis of bipolar. You're going to hear about the medication that she was on. And you're going to hear from Ms. Schenecker the words that she says to law enforcement when they ask her, did she say anything to Calix before she shot her? And she said, I love you.
This is my message to everybody out there. If you have mental illness and you're not complying with treatment, you are putting yourself and your family in harm's way, and then God help you once the axe falls.
When she told law enforcement that this was the worst thing that she'd ever done, that sealed her fate. She'll be in prison for the rest of her life on that comment alone, because it shows even if she had a mental illness, she knew legally right from wrong at the time that she committed the offense.
For the next couple of weeks, the focus really is on hearing Calix and Bo's voices.
What an impactful day in court today. Photos of the bodies of the two teens killed by their own mom shown to the jury, many of them having to turn away from the heart-wrenching pictures.
State 65, please. Is that a view from the doorway into the bedroom, sir?
Yes.
Where Calix Schenecker was found?
Yes.
State 66, please. And describe for us what this shows.
This is Calix in her bed as found.
And evidence markers 23 next to her, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And the blanket has been partially removed to her approximate midsection, is that correct?
Yes.
Gruesome photos shown to that jury. But could this array of pills explain Julie Schenecker's actions? She had a long history of mental health issues. And as we saw in court today, she kept some of the most powerful and potentially dangerous prescription drugs available on and in her nightstand.
Can you read what type of medication that is?
This says oxycodone.
Are there any pills in there?
No.
Okay. And the second pill bottle from your left, please.
This would be lithium.
The third bottle from your left is a bottle for what type of medication?
Hydrocodone.
And the fourth pill bottle?
The fourth is benzotropine.
All the pills she was taking. So CNN producer Josh Rubin has been in court all day. Josh, the images of those bodies of a son and a daughter gunned down by their own mom, I understand that some of the jurors even had to look away when they were seeing them.
Well, Joey, I think it was hard for the jury. Who it was harder on, I think, was Parker Schenecker. How the pictures are positioned, it's shown to the jury. There's a large TV, and from the audience in the courtroom, you can't see it. However, on the prosecution desk, there is a computer that also shows those pictures. From his vantage point on the far left side of the courtroom, I'm reasonably sure that Parker could see those pictures, and it was the first time I'd seen him visibly shaken. He put his head down in his lap, and he could not look at those pictures.
Josh, you got to believe that it impacted him greatly. I mean, what is a father to do in an instance like that? And I know the jury had to be compelled. But let me ask you, Julie Schenecker was taking a lot of pills. How did the jurors react to that? And even, how did Parker react to that? He's the husband, of course, to this show and tell that the prosecution was doing in front of the jury.
During that portion of the testimony, Parker's jaw was clenched fairly tightly. The jury was paying pretty close attention. The thing was, they never listed all of the pills directly together. They would talk about, oh, we found these pills here, and then they'd move on and they'd say, we saw these pills here. But just listen to the list. Lithium, triazolam, benzotropine, lamotrigine, busoprone, Effexor, hydrocodone, Oxycontin, Coumadin, even amoxicillin. Now, a lot of those pills cover everything from bipolar disorder, mood disorders. Some of them, like the Oxycontin and Oxycodone, are pain medications. What a lot of these medications have in common is listed right on the pill bottle. Do not take these with alcohol.
Oh,
and
boy.
They also found a lot of alcohol in the house.